Hey everybody, Monty here, and it's week 34. Now, Algebra 2. Algebra 2, we're starting to get spread out. We've got kids kind of all over the place. So, I made a part 1 regular version, and this is going to be an advanced video for logarithms and periodic functions. Okay? Some of you, I'd like you to just keep going. Periodic functions. This is the last week of May, and if you're a senior, this is the last week you have to do work. The rest of us, we're here for another 4 weeks, all the way to June 21st. All right, so let's get started on Algebra 2, the advanced one. Okay, remember you can always find the videos posted in our Algebra 2 team, and I just post them right here in the general posts. Plus, we have a stream channel. Feel free to look at the stream channel. Now, a lot of you are just going right to the internet, digital tools, Clever, Blackboard, and then we find our class, right? So we search for our class, Algebra 2B, and all the videos are just piled up here, okay? Starting this week, we've got our cheat sheet for logarithms and our cheat sheet for trig periodic functions, okay? That's Module 4, Topic 1. So I'll show you where that's at here, coursework. We've been living in this Module 3, we did the square root function, we did the exponent and logarithm function. I'm going to do some of the high-level logarithm problems today, and then go to Module 4, periodic functions, trigonometric relationships, okay? So, we got periodic functions, right? The sine curve, the sine wave. Cool? All right. And that's all we're going to try to do this year. We're going to be in this area here. We don't have to go any further than that because live classes aren't. Okay? Let's go back to announcements. I'm going to click on the trig, cheat sheet, sine functions, cosine functions, and here is how we write the equation. We're going to end up kind of living here on some of those assignments. All right? So we're going to go to Mathxl and homework and tests. Okay, now this particular video is for the students that finished the square root function, finished the cube root function, you did your exponents, you did your logarithms, and then we're all the way down here into periodic, central angles, the unit circle, sine and cosine, amplitude. We're in these assignments down here, but I thought let's do some of these high-level logarithm problems, just so we've seen them. I think maybe for you folks, I'll do one of these quizzes, one of these reviews, and then we'll start periodic functions. Let's do that. Okay? All right. So let's get started for our part 2 video. Okay, you guys did these real well. Solving, estimating, properties of logarithms. Let's try a property of logarithm. Should we try one? Actually, let's just go to the quiz. Let's see what the quiz asks. Okay. Solve the equation. Check your answer. The log of 17 minus 2x is equal to. Okay. Now, if we go to our cheat sheet, and we have the log of and we subtract. I didn't give you I did not give you a cheat sheet for this, did I? Okay, so let's go out of here and we'll go back. I didn't give you a cheat sheet for those, did I? Okay, so we just tried this one, properties of logarithms. Let's try one of these. and we'll look at our video. Okay, so when we add them, okay, when we add logarithms, that's like multiplying. And when we add, that's like multiply. When we divide, that's like subtract. So log of 9a times b is the plus, okay? And that's just an identity off the cheat sheet, okay? So plus is multiply. We want to go to the one we had. Those are multiply, divide. Okay. What's our next one? Change of base, take a log of both sides. Okay, let's try that. That problem we had was something like the log of 17 minus 2x equals 0. Okay? Now, in earlier videos, we took the logarithm of both sides. So 3 to the x equals 27 idea. We would take the log of both sides. Okay, by taking the log of both sides, it allows us to isolate the log, the exponent. Okay, by taking the log of both sides, the exponent flies out. Okay, what would happen if we raised both sides to the power of 10? Okay, take the log of both sides. What if we raise both sides? Well, we know that 10 to the first power is 1. And we know that when we take the log of both sides or raise both sides, the exponent flies out. 17 minus 2x. Minus 17 minus 17. Minus 2x equals minus 16. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, x equals 8. Okay, all right, so that's all that was. So let's go back. Here. Homework and test. I want to go back to that quiz. Start. Okay, 122. Okay, so we can do that. All right, so now slide this up. All right, so the log of 128 minus 4x equals 2. We got to undo a log, okay? To undo the power of 10, you take the log. To undo a log, raise everything to the power of 10. So 10 raised to the 128 minus 4x equals 10 to the 2 power. Cool, got it. 10 to the 2 power is nothing more than 100. The log of an exponent, or 10 raised to the log, means the exponent is isolated, and that goes away. So 128 minus 4x. Minus 128, minus 128. Minus 4x equals minus 128. Divide by negative 4, divide by negative 4. X equals, no. 100 minus 128 is minus 28. Divide by negative 4. X equals 7. All right, so the key is right here. When you take the log of both sides to isolate the exponent, or raise both sides to the power of 10 to isolate the exponent. Okay, let's put a 7 in there. Good. Oh yeah, it's a quiz. Can't do that. So we'll check it here in a minute. Okay, log 27, 5 to the 3. Now, in this case, translate. Okay, so let's go back to our original cheat sheet. We're just going to translate. B to the x equals a, log base b of a equals x. And 27 to the exponent of a third equals 5x minus 1. So we translate from this form to what you and I grew up with. Well, 27 to the third power, that's easy, right? We could actually type that in. And 27, caret key, parenthesis, 1 over 3. But before I hit enter, what is that? Think about that. Isn't that the cube root of 27? What number times itself 3 times? It's this 3. This is a 3. 3. 3. Enter. 3. Good. All right. So 3 equals 5x minus 1. Draw a little fence. Plus 1 plus 1. 4 equals 5x. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. 4 over 5. 4/5. Okay? All right. So we're going to submit. We're going to check the first couple. Just submit the quiz. And we got the first 2 right. Good. Okay. If you want, you could reach out. We could do some more of those together. Okay. Now, let's do this review. We're not assigning Euclid. We're going to do periodic functions. So I'm going to do a review and then a periodic function. Okay? Hopefully you're enjoying the warmer weather. School is just about over. Okay, solve the equation, check your answer. You could always go to view the example or video, and because this is the first time you're doing this, okay, raise both sides to the power of 10. So 10 to the log, 10 to the 0. You see how this is kind of irritating because they just got rid of the log. 10 to the log, log to the 10. Cancels. It's the opposite. So look at our calculator. What's the opposite of plus? Minus. What's the opposite of multiply? Divide. What's the opposite of squared? Square root. What's the opposite of log? 10 to the x. Okay? So then 10 to the 0 is 1. Subtract. Add. Yeah. Good. Alright. So in this one, 11 minus 5x. So let's bring this guy up. Clear the canvas. Alright. So now log 11 minus 5x equals 0. 10 to this, 10 to this. Okay? And that isolates the exponent. That's another name for 1. 10 to the 0 is 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. 11 minus 5x minus 11 minus 11 minus 5x equals minus 10. Divide by minus 5. Divide by minus 5. X equals 2. Okay? Alright. So let's do a higher level one here. Let's go to problem 6. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, these are just identities. Okay? So an identity. When you multiply a logarithm, that's the same as adding each logarithm. Okay? Now, we can go into these proofs. You can Google these proofs. But the idea is exponents. When you're multiplying the same base, you add the exponent. Okay? So log x, log y, log a, log b. Log a plus log b. Boom. Okay? Make the picture bigger. Okay? Those are just the identities. All right. So we're already at 14 minutes. I wanted to show you periodic functions. And there's always a fear the first time I click on something this year. See what happens here. Hope I can do it. Okay, the period is, okay, again, you got videos, you got examples, because this is going to be all new for some of you, okay? Especially with the way the school ended last year and this year, you may have missed some of this, right? So the periodic function is a function that repeats the pattern at regular intervals. One complete pattern is a cycle. So all the way down, all the way up. That is the period. From here, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, from there to there, or bottom to bottom. Just pick a spot and find the entire cycle. I love going high to high, from here to here. So what would that be? 1 to 8 is 7. 8. X equals 8. Yeah, the x value at the end is 8. The first value is 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. Cool. All right. So close it. We'll count this. What? 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units. Cool. And there's only 3 of them. Let's just do it. Amplitude. Okay. Again, view the example. The amplitude, okay, equals half the top minus the bottom. Okay. We can go to our cheat sheet and it'll talk about amplitude. Okay, the amplitude, A, from the midline up. Or they're going to take top, bottom, divide by 2. Halfway, right? The amplitude. The amplitude is from the middle to the top. Okay, so in this case we got to find the middle, right? And looks like 6, 5, 3, 5 and 3. 5 and 3 is 8 units, so 4 units. 5 is the top, minus 3 is the bottom. Add them together, 4 units. Cool. All right. So in our case, we got a 2, 4, that's 6 units, so 3 units. Cool. All right. Might as well get this whole thing done here. Okay, so we're in the way. The amplitude. Okay, let's blow this up so we can read it better. The amplitude is halfway. So 18 and 10. 18 and 10 is 8 units, so 4 units. Okay, the period. So this one's a little high, a little harder. Is that the high to the high? Let's just do this one. 6 to 18. 6 to 18 is 12. So 12 hours. Fantastico. Are we done? That's it. Alright, so hopefully that was helpful. And we're into periodic functions. Some of you are into periodic functions. We're not going any further than those. So congratulations if you're reading the advanced. And we'll work on those in the next 3 weeks. Have a great week. Happy end of the May. And that means Memorial Day is coming up. Bye-bye.